Facebook, God bless you guys. Y'all welcome to another edition. It was Sunday Night Raw, y'all. I guess it's Sunday Night Live. I guess that's what you want to call it. Y'all welcome to the broadcast. Wanted to come on tonight and really get into some stuff that's really prevalent to me. And you know, I've been trying my best to, you know, get away from one side of it, you know, when it comes to depression and mental illness. And so I wanted to kind of weigh in on some things because for the next couple of broadcasts, that's where we're going to be at. And so tonight I'm doing a little bit different. So you're going to be hearing one thing, but I'm doing it for two different things. I'm doing it also for Kingdom Purpose TV. Those of you that's listening in on Kingdom Purpose TV, God bless you. This Christian television network, thank you so much for tuning in to our broadcast, Let's Talk Real Talk. And to those of you that's on Facebook, listen, I want to get into this thing and really did. And I'm not going to be on here live tonight a long time. I promise you I'm not. Y'all, a few minutes we'll be done, but I needed to deal with this. In the news lately, you got one girl that is totally transcended the news. She was already doing it as an athlete, but now she's showing up doing it as a human. And what has transpired or what has taken place is the world has judged her off a decision that she made. And I want y'all to grab this. Stay with me because what it is I'm about to say makes a whole lot of sense. So I want to make sure that we understand this side of the coin because depression, mental illness, on Wednesday, y'all, we're going to get so deep in it, dealing with childhood trauma, stuff that took place when you were a baby, that even now you're dealing with some of those issues. Y'all hear me. Please hear what it is that I'm about to say. Watch this. So Simone Biles decides that she refuses to do anything else as relates to competing. She may compete tomorrow. I don't know. That's all on her. But she decided to pull out at the time that she did. Why is it that she decided to pull out? Well, there was a lot going on. Those of you that actually know what's happening, watch this right here. Facebook. I said the Facebook folk and the community, the hood folks said that because of the way that all of the events that she did, and because of the dynamics in her performances as an athlete, that they were afraid of her, okay? And what they wanted to do was lower her score, whereas it would not seem fair to everybody else that she was such an athlete. Watch this right here. True or not, it doesn't matter. But I know if that's the truth, that weighed heavily on her decision. And the reason why I say that is because of this right here. You have to understand that when it comes to certain things, a lot of you really hadn't been under any real pressure to understand what a public spotlight, what you have to perform literally for everything and everybody. And so what ends up happening, y'all, I was even going back, even looking at Michael Jackson. And I was trying to figure out, why would this dude do what he did at the point in his life? And what y'all got to understand is this right here. You're talking about what we consider as being the king of pop. Okay? What happened? What would lead him to make decisions like that? Watch this. So he's on painkillers, pain pills, and ended up getting hooked. That's the hood word for it. Ended up getting hooked on the pain pills. And so what happens is this right here. Because nobody understood where he was. This is how I'm trying to get to where I am now. Most people will never understand where you are. And what happens is we're judging people on decisions that they have made in their life, not understanding where they are. And what happens is we end up misjudging and misinformation. And now we put these people into a category. And now our expectation is that they're supposed to perform to a certain level. Well, let me go ahead on and tell y'all again, I'm going to say this. If you don't know operating in a public spotlight, where people watch your life, where people know you, and you have to live to a certain standard. I didn't say be perfect, but everybody's looking for this standard to be met. If you're a supervisor, depending on your job title, it all depends on what it is that you do in ministry, and people put you on at this certain height, if you'll allow me to say that, this certain level. And when you're on stage, you have to perform. And when I say stage, I'm not necessarily talking about the wood up there. Now, I'm talking about that position in your life. You got to perform. And people's expectation is that you perform. Simone Biles was placed on a world stage. She just wasn't being watched by the United States. And don't y'all get it twisted thinking that only black folk were the only ones watching this girl. No. She transcended. I need y'all to grab this. She transcended race because of what it is that she does in that particular sports and gymnastics. So watch this right here. So she makes a decision that she don't want to do this at this particular time. She didn't say she wasn't going to ever do it again. She just said at this particular time. At this particular time. What's the girl name? Naomi. The Japanese Asian girl mixed with black. Anyway, but y'all hear me. She made a decision that her mental health was more important. So what happens is, let me say this to you, those of you that's listening. Now I'm trying to get to the meat of this thing. Don't you let these folk put you in a position where your health is compromised and you keep performing. Let me go on and tell y'all, let me go on and help you. Baby, let me help you just so you'll know. And I'm almost through. I promise you I am. Because Wednesday night, I'm going to have guests lined up on here that's going to really, really bless you. It's going to be some folk that are going to talk about some real stuff, childhood trauma. Got folk that got raped. They're going to talk about that. Folk that were traumatized in their youth and they're dealing with it now, still taking meds. We're going to deal with it Wednesday. I told you I like to deal with real stuff. You heard enough preaching. And so watch this right here. Don't y'all let these folk get you in a position where you're sitting there performing for them, even on your job. Let me go on and say it. If you are a supervisor, as I am, just hear me, and folk are under you, do not expect more from them folk than what they can give. Because just because you go through it and just because you can deal with it does not necessarily mean that that's everybody's story. Y'all better, I'm 9,000 on this right here. That's not everybody's story. So just because you can handle it, as a matter of fact, you're supposed to. You know why? Because they pay you to deal with it. So you're supposed to be able to handle certain stressors. You're supposed to be able to deal with certain environmental factors and different things that are happening where you can level out. You're a professional. Everybody hadn't made it to that point yet. So some of us, y'all hear me? Training is everything. So you have folk that train to do certain jobs. As a matter of fact, watch this. And those jobs put you, y'all hear me? Those jobs take you through physical torture, mental torture. Y'all hear me? Emotional torture, spiritual torture. You're talking to one. Military, law enforcement. Y'all hear me, man? All of it. All of this stuff I had to bear. And so what happens is when you go hours upon hours upon hours without eating, because they purposely made you not eat, because they're trying to get a response from your body, from your mind. And so what happens is they train you to deal with adversity. Everybody cannot deal with adversity the same way. So those of you that have been trained to deal with adversity, that's fine. Amen. Be you. But don't expect everybody else to, y'all better hear me, to conform, and deal with it the way that you do, because it's not fair. And so then these folk come to work and then they don't show up for work. Then all of a sudden they just quit, and you're trying to figure out why they quit. What happened? I thought everything was fine. I thought everything was okay. Oh, let me go and put a pin in it right there just to bless somebody. This right here ain't gonna cost you nothing. Matter of fact, I need you to sit me before I drop this word on. I need $7,500. Sit the mic. No, I'm just kidding. Anyway, but watch this right here. Baby, don't you let them folk on your job drive you crazy. Don't you, because just as sure as you are here today and you die tonight, tomorrow, before your obituary is completed, and when we on Facebook talking about, well, y'all on there talking about rest in peace and rest in heaven. I don't do stuff like that. But I just say condolences to the family. Watch this right here. Before you get through with all of that, the week is out. Your job is already posted. So to those of you that operate in supervisory positions, those of you that actually have these jobs where you're high performing, before you kill yourself on them folk job, hear me, baby, take care of yourself. Take care of your emotional self. Take care of your mental self. Take care of your physical self. And lastly, take care of your spiritual self. Those four operate makes the real you. And anytime you have a missing piece in there, on any one of those, okay, I just took my daughter's car. I need y'all to grab. I just took my daughter's car. It's my car, but she drives. But watch this right here. The car has a miss in it. It has the 4 spark plugs. I want y'all to grab this. Watch this. There is some water that's getting down in the spark plugs. We don't know which one it was. So it caused a misfire. The car is still running. Y'all better grab this. The car still goes, but because it has a misfire in it, it does not operate at the 100% level that it's supposed to. So what happens is things start easing in. Fumes, gas fumes, smell gas fumes coming in. You start looking at smoke coming out of the back of the pipes. And what's happening is, it's because, watch this, something is missing. Before you kill yourself on that job dealing with those people, and I keep telling you, just as sure as you quit, they're going to hire somebody. Just as sure as they fire you, they're going to hire somebody. If you die, they're going to hire someone. See, the church don't want to talk about this. Because we keep, you know why? Because we keep telling you to bring your tithes and offering. Look, you don't do that anyway. You love the Lord, you're going to do that anyway. So watch this, watch this. Take care of your mental self, your emotional self, your physical self, your spiritual self. Take care of those 4 entities, which makes the real you. That's the real you in there. This ain't nothing but a shell. The rest of the stuff that you can't see, it'll hurt you. You don't eat right, something's going to happen. I'm just telling you. Physically, you're going to be impacted by it. You don't think right, you're going to be impacted by it. Y'all, all of that stuff. So watch this. So Simone Biles made a decision. And here's the thing. I understand. Watch this. I think most people that have ever been put in a position like that understand. Is it a hit against the United States with the gold medal? Probably. But once a champion, y'all already know. Always won. So while we're judging other folk for making decisions, now that's Simone Biles. Some of y'all judging other folk for making decisions that they made in their own lives that you have absolutely no control over. Some of your loved ones, see, I said all that to say this right here. It's easy to say Simone Biles is all right, leave her alone. But what about your loved one that did the same thing? They're not Simone Biles, but they made a decision. I can't stay with him. This dude keep on beating me, and you steady calling him a good man. Hello, Tina Turner. Help me out with that, with Ike. Help me out with that. And she said, I got to go. Matter of fact, when he died, and I ain't talking about off of the show, the movie, when he died, she made a statement and was judged by everybody. They asked her, is she going to mourn him dying? She said no. She said, this man took life from me. Y'all better hear me. This man took life from me. She said, I mourn for my children, his children, because that's their father. But as far as me being a woman, She said, never. The world judged her on that. And she said, I refuse to be beat by a man, almost complete out to the point of death. And you think that I'm supposed to just go into put on sackcloth and ashes? No. So she made a decision to protect her peace. I need to hashtag this enough. Protect your peace. Protect your peace. Y'all share this, man. You know what? No, you don't have to. God's going to let whoever needs to see it, see it. I used to tell folk, I'm going to stop putting that on there. Because I found out folk do what they want to do. Like I said, if I was on here twerking, I'd have 1 million views now. So it's okay. I'm good. I'm good to go. Watch this. Protect your peace at all costs. Whatever it is that you need to protect, your own peace. Walk away from it. Get your head together. Because see, what's going to happen is, again, people putting you on a platform. They putting you on a stage for you to perform. And you living up to the standard. Okay. Your life, take 1. All hell break loose, the bottom fall off. Your life, take 2. You got all these takes. Before you know it, all these people are watching you, sitting back and criticize. Do y'all know what a director's job is? In a movie, in a play? It's more than just saying this is how we gonna do it. But watch this right here. They control literally the entire aspect of the play. If they don't like the lighting, they control that. If they don't like certain things, so I brighten the light. Okay, they want different things. They control every aspect of furniture, all of this stuff. There are folk in your life that's telling you, you ain't got enough light over here. You ain't did this. You ain't did that. If I was you, I'd do this. These people are sitting back. And every time they tell you something and you listen to it, that's another take on your life. Every time you conform to it, that's another take on your... Some pastors, oh, there it is, are doing takes on your life. And when they get through doing takes on your life, okay, all right. Let me just go on. Just since I already stepped in it. Pastor going home to biceps and triceps and everything else and telling you that this is the way and this is the only way. You got married folk that are telling single folk this is what they supposed to do. I get that. You're right. Amen. You're 100% right. But you're also talking to a human, a person that's been dealing with all of this stuff all their life. And now they have to go cold turkey on some things. Some people got to grow into certain aspects of their life. Ooh. The church ain't gonna like what I just said. Everybody can't stop cold turkey. Some people got to grow. Now, are you going to give them the grace to grow? I might need to hashtag that. Y'all better be glad I can't do it while I'm live. I put grace to grow. Give folk grace to grow, man. You can't keep on doing folk that way. Just because your life is okay. Everything is all right in your life. That's fine. Amen. Thank you. But here's the thing. Y'all, these folk dealing with stuff. You don't know what the situation is that got them doing a certain thing and acting a certain way, having to do it this particular way. They've been doing it this way for all that length of time. They're doing the best that they can do. Grace to grow. Protect your peace, man. Before you let these folk put you in a box and tell you what you're supposed to do, how you're supposed to do it. If cutting folk loose is the way to do it, cut them loose. Let it go. That girl made a choice and said, you know what? I'm going to let this go for now. She didn't say she was through. She just said, for now, this too much. Although, watch this, she has gone through this before. But it's a different kind of pressure now. Ooh, that's good. That's deep. And this is deep. It's a different kind of pressure from the last time. Okay, you ladies that have multiple children, you know what I'm talking about. Every birth was probably different. And just because you got through the last two, this third one though may have been the one that say, oh, I ain't finna do this no more. I'm finna tie. Okay, there it is. See, I just made it real easy for you. I'm finna go on, get these tubes tied, burnt, and cut and clipped and everything else because I can't endure this anymore. I can't. The last time didn't break me, but this one almost did, protecting my peace. And give folk, y'all, grace to grow in this, man. If they say they can't do it no more, step back and say, I get it. Because everybody's story, oh, I'm in here tonight. Everybody's story is different. And then they go down this thing down this path called depression. And now you want to pray. That ain't the time to pray at that point. Now they need to talk to somebody. You're trying to be spiritual. At the time when they needed you to be spiritual, which was before, and understand, oh, that's deep, and understand where they were. Instead, you wanted to talk and judge, misjudge, I might say. And now they've gone down this road of depression, and now you want to pray instead of talking. Now they need somebody to talk to and can't talk to you because all you want to do now is quote scriptures. Oh, amen. I'm right about it. Y'all, you don't know what folk are battling and dealing with. And we're passing judgment on folk because folk made a decision that they ain't gonna do this no more because they did it last time, they made it through. But this particular time, they might not, oh, this is deep. They just might not be able to come back. They might not be able. They've been dealing with it all this time, dealing with it all their life. But this particular time here, they just can't do it anymore. And you've got to give them the grace to grow and allow them to do that. Pastors, I'm talking to you. Ministers, evangelists, whatever it is, professionals, and I'm talking to you. Give folk grace to grow. Just because you made it through does not necessarily mean that they will make it through this one. I keep telling you, you women that have had multiple, ain't no better way to put it. Y'all, it don't get no better than that, boy. You had all them kids, but this last one, this birth was different from the last one, and you say, oh, this already destroyed me. I can't do this no more. And we have to understand that about people. Let them make the decisions that they make and let them walk away from it. I know that you got the right information and you're absolutely right on the advice. Amen. I agree. You're right. They said they need to quit their job, but you said, if I was you, I'd stay. You're right. You're right and they're right. But also, what are they fighting in their own mind? Protect your peace. And at the same time, give folk grace to grow. When they want to pull out, let them pull out. You just need to understand and know that this is the place where they are and allow them that room. You ain't got to keep on saying it. They get it. Oh, I'm deep in here tonight. Oh, God, this is deep. Because mental illness and depression will show its face in so many other forms. Everybody ain't going to take a pill and be like Michael Jackson and then continue to stay on it to fight because he had a physical addiction, which turned into a mental addiction. Already coupled by emotional addiction, emotional issues from his childhood with his family, with his parents. You put all of that stuff into one dude. Just give me all them pills, man. Forget it. Same way with Prince. Y'all hear me, man. This is stuff that we don't know what happened with folk. And I'm going to be honest with y'all. As a law enforcement, y'all hear me, as a law enforcement officer, when it comes to certain caliber people, that's a good word, and who they are, everything is not disclosed to you, the public, the general public. They tell you what you need to hear, what you want to hear. They give you a summary. Don't think that you always getting the truth. And there's a reason why. It's because they're protecting some things. And them folk got enough money to pay everything and everybody enough to shut your mouth and be quiet and move on. If they said they committed suicide, let them go. If they said that doctor killed Michael Jackson, God giving him too much, this prescription, that prescription, leave it alone, because you ain't gonna never know. Watch this. We've got to give folk the grace to grow. We've got to give people that opportunity to protect their own peace. Because it's in this. Y'all hear me, man. Wednesday, I'm going to have some folk on here. They're going to talk about some stuff that happened in their childhood. They're going to open up about being molested, being raped. And they're dealing with that stuff now as adults. A lot of them are taking meds for it. And they appear normal. Oh, God, there it is. But I got a question for you. Has anyone ever asked the question, what is really normal? This is deep. Who defines normal? Because the folk that we think are normal, deep down, behind closed doors, in the closet of their personalities, there's some stuff going on. And there's some folk that's on TV. It's some folk that's out there doing it big. It's some millionaires and billionaires out there doing it big. And they got issues behind closed doors. And you think that they are okay. And the only thing it is just a facade. As my grandmama used to say, they just putting on. Just like some of us. Rather than admit that we got issues. That we deal with depression. That we deal with mental issues, we act like everything is okay. Truth of the matter is suffering. And it's a silent killer. So why am I back on depression? Because the world is dealing with it. Everybody's talking about depression now. Everybody want to talk about Simone Biles. I wanted to break the ice with it. And talk about what ain't nobody else gonna say. They put her on such a high pedestal that she said, I can't. Y'all listen, I pray tonight that you were blessed, man. Let's talk real talk. We dealing with real issues, and I don't want to come on here and do the church stuff. Again, I'm going to tell you, that's what you got a pastor for. I know I pastor a whole lot of folk. Most of these folk I ain't even met before. So I talk about these real life issues that's going to, that impact them away from me. The real life issues that's dealing with them. That their church pastor, he ain't going to want to talk about. You know why? Because he's scared to lose that tithe money, that offering. So listen, I want y'all to tune in with me Wednesday night. We're going to be on here dealing with depression, childhood trauma, and adult depression, adult mental issues. It's going to be deep. Listen, you got my cash out. If you send it to me, Sherod Reed, that's fine. I'm going to put it in my pocket. If you send it to Mission Greenville, it's going into this ministry that we do, which is with Kingdom Purpose TV, and also with our Facebook Live with the different things. And you'll find out Wednesday when I have all these folk on at one time how we get them on. So listen, stay with me, y'all. I love you. Until Wednesday night, y'all stay encouraged. Please share this. Let me know that you liked it or something. Listen, I love you guys. Stay encouraged. Again, last word, protect your peace and give somebody else the same grace to grow that you will want. Until next time, peace. Bye.